Hey guys, Dr. Dex here. Today we're at our new job site in University Place, Washington. We actually just spent 3 months in University Place on a large project. Now we're doing a small one. We're here to build a 10 by 20 foot deck, and we're going to encompass a tree as well. So if you like what you see today, don't forget to click that subscribe button and hit that bell icon to be notified when we're putting out new content. All right, so I don't even have a plan for you guys. This deck is pretty simple for us. What we're doing right now is we're setting some precast footing blocks in the ground. They're 18 inches round, they're really heavy, and they have a large footprint. So they allow for good compression so that we don't have to worry about frost heave where we live. Our frost depth is only 6 to 12 inches deep in most parts of western Washington. In certain topography, it could be up to 18 inches deep. I've been called out for that before, but not here. This deck is not attached to the house, and it's not over 30 inches off the ground, so it does not require a building permit in this particular city. I know that for a fact because I've already verified that with the city. All right, so what we're doing is the guys have already set the 3 footing blocks up against this concrete patio. We had to do a little bit of excavation of dirt today because we're building a really low to the ground deck. We're actually building it so low we're gonna hang all of our joists in between the beams, which is a little more time consuming, but it also is nice because we don't have to grade all our framing to thicknesses. We don't have to worry about that kind of thing. So what we're gonna do is get the outside 3 footings set, get those ready to go, and then we're gonna start placing some beams. Once the beams are placed, then we'll start hanging the joists. We'll see where we end up. One of the cool things about this deck is that there's a tree right here, and that tree is just where it is, man, and the clients want a deck around it. So I said, hey, you know what'd be really cool is if we built a trim ring that goes around the tree. So we actually heat bent some deck boards on a 19-inch radius to accommodate that tree, which is going to be a really cool feature on this deck. You're not going to see that every day on a simple deck like this. So, all right, so here's the trim ring, and what I did was I left a 4-inch gap between the inside of this board and the tree, because the tree is obviously going to grow. It's going to get bigger. Yeah, eventually, in 100 years from now, the tree's going to bust the deck apart and it'll have to be rebuilt. So I don't know if the deck's gonna last that long, to be honest with you, but we'll see. So I had to make 2 of these because I actually tried to, just for giggles, because my original intention was to bend 1 deck board all the way around and only have 1 splice in this. But trying to get this around a big tree was difficult by trying to bend like this. I can obviously get it around this tree, but that tree over there this morning, I was actually trying by myself. I think if we got 2 guys, but I could just imagine if this thing came all the way across and we were trying to bend it, it would be a difficult challenge to get it in. So we just made 2 pieces instead. This is TimberTech AZEK, and the color is English Walnut. Dr. Dex here. Today we are trying to button up a current deck project that we're on. I'm just sitting here cutting in some circles and a trim ring. Dustin's over here framing up on a stair that we have to add to the outside of the deck. So if you like what you see today, don't forget to click that subscribe button and hit that bell icon to be notified when we're putting out new content. So I guess I need to give you a little bit of an update. I think the last time you saw us here, we've only been here for 3 days. So I think when we were here last time, we were just grading the ground. So we pretty much got the deck built. It's a 10 by 20, and we're just basically got it all fastened down, laid down. I'm just finishing up this trim ring around the tree, and I'm sanding that out and trying to get it nice and smooth and filed out, and then get that buttoned up so that we can get on to getting this stair mounted set in concrete, and then we'll start adding the fascia boards, and then we'll be done. So it's not quite as large as some of the other projects we've done, but still taking a little bit of care and doing something really unique to this project so that the homeowners can enjoy it for many years to come. Got my buddy right here. the tree. What I did was, basically, I left about a 4-inch gap around the tree, and as the tree grows, I designed this trim ring so it could be cut with a jigsaw in certain places to alleviate any pressure that might be applied against the deck or against the tree. So in the future, when the tree gets bigger, we could come back, or somebody can take a jigsaw and actually cut around this. Right now it's in a perfect circle, but eventually they may have to trim up part of this area over here that's a little bit closer to the trim ring than the other sides of the tree that we have 4.5 inches to the deck. Over here we're almost touching. We got about 1.5 inches to 2 inches. That's probably somewhere where we'll have to actually trim the trim ring back. But for now, we just wanted to make it a really nice perfect circle, and then the clients can decide when that needs to be done. We can always come back and cut that in for them, or if we're not around or whatever, then they can do it themselves or have somebody else come in and do it. So right now I'm just sanding the form and sanding the deck boards so I have a nice looking fit, and then I'll be able to do some edge detailing and then actually start fitting the trim ring. And you might even be able to use the center of this as a, we could shim it once we're done, just as extra support, because we only have like 1.5 inches. We wanted about, I think, 6 inches. Ooh, we might have to notch that. All right. We saved the tree. We have a trim ring. It's in a perfect circle. So, like I said before though, you will be able to take a jigsaw and cut this away in the future when you need to. But for now, it looks pretty good and I'm pretty happy with it. It took a minute. That took a minute to get done, but now that it's done, I'm relieved. All I have to do is finish cortexing it, and then we can get on the next task. So I hope you enjoyed that one, man, because that took a minute. But something special we can leave with the client, so I'm feeling pretty solid about that. Alright guys, thanks for watching our little deck project. Thank you for following and hitting that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave a comment below and like our videos. Thanks for watching guys. See you on the next project. Over and out.